Hello everyone, and welcome back. In today's video, we'll be answering the question, can you beat Fallout New Vegas as a Sunset Sarsaparilla enjoyer? But what does that actually mean? So first of all, we can only drink Sunset Sarsaparilla to heal, or using waiting, because my original rules happened to be only Sunset Sarsaparilla, but I waited almost immediately to restock the damn stores, so we're going to pretend that was always the rule, and I didn't break it almost immediately. The other rule being I can only attack enemies with the unique weapon found at the Sunset Sarsaparilla headquarters location after completing the quest there. Now, with that said, let's get into the run. I tried to create a character that would most reflect what a Sunset Sarsaparilla enjoyer really looks like, that being a Chad. Put one into strength, because despite what the thumbnail alluded to, SAS does not actually give you mass, kind of like how Red Bull doesn't actually give you wings, but no one will actually get confused about that one, right guys? I put 10 into perception, because the weapon we'll be using today is an energy weapon, 6 in endurance, 1 in charisma, because it's kind of useless, 10 in intelligence, because I wanted those skill points, and 6 in agility and luck, because I happen to be a VATS enjoyer. My tagged skills were energy weapons, science, and sneak. Energy weapons is pretty self-explanatory. I put it into science because I thought it was going to be useful. It wasn't. And sneak because we're going to need high sneak eventually. For my traits, I picked Trigger Discipline, because trust me, it's going to make more sense for this to be accurate rather than fast, and Wild Wasteland, because why not? He made me kill what I loved the most. Luckily, they were empty. After completing the tutorial, I went and sold all of the weapons and ammo that I did not need from the courier's stash, as well as buying energy cells for later. After looting the local town of Good Springs for all their Sunset Sarsaparilla, I decided that I would help them in the Ghost Town Gunfight quest. But where was Sunny Smiles? Well, after being perplexed by my map marker, I decided to follow it anyway, and I found Sunny Smiles and Trudy in the space between Hidden Valley Bunker and Black Mountain. I have no idea why they went on this little adventure, and I've never seen it before, but I convinced both of them to help me, as well as Doc Mitchell. And, as you can see, even without my help, they still managed to defeat the Powder Gangers. Unfortunately, however, Easy Pete has become Hard Pete. And Trudy, well, she barely made it. Now, it's time for us to start our adventure, because in order to get the unique weapon we need for this playthrough, we need to get 50 star bottle caps, which you can only find from drinking Sunset Sarsaparilla, or finding them around the map. So, this took quite a while, and it's only going to be like a minute for you guys, but this was literally hours for me. Quick break from that compilation, because I marked Sunset Sarsaparilla's headquarters on the map so that we can get there quicker earlier, and I ended up going to a lot of places just to get there because I got lost. While on my adventure, I found Jessup and saved the Great Khans using a bribe. I even went to Nellis Air Force Base before even getting to the Strip and disposing of Benny.
Evening.
Whew! Now, after getting all 50 of that, which took a lifetime, we can now talk to Cletus over here, who will, in exchange for 50 bottle caps, give us access to the vault, which is where we can find the unique weapon. So, now that we have the weapon, let's talk about it. The name of the weapon is Pew Pew, and it is just like a regular laser pistol with an altered appearance, and it is more powerful, but it takes 5 energy cells for each shot. Before we get to the main story, look at this. This shows just how many places and how far I had to travel to get those bottle caps. Now with our weapon, I borrowed an NCR uniform, rode into the strip, got stalked by Victor for like the 5th time.
Do I look destroyed, partner?
I then turned Benny into the size of a penny. After dealing with Benny, I met up with Yes Man and he described to me his great plan for the Mojave. I made sure the Ultralux ended up in management. Twice. Dealt with the Olmerters. Dealt with the Brotherhood of Steel's little NCR infestation. Met up with the Elder and then never talked to any of them again. Those mole people can stay in the ground. Despite already helping Jessup and some other great Khans, and being accepted by them, apparently I hadn't met them. My next step was to the fort, as I wanted that upgrade that happens to be in their shed. So I had a lovely conversation with Caesar, where I just completely lied to him and ignored everything he wanted. I then met up with House, and said that I would help him upgrade the Securitrons. Met Mr. House in real life later that day, and let's just say he wasn't as confident as he was behind the screen, so I politely asked him for his lunch money. Yes Man was finally able to fulfill his master plan of minting himself onto the blockchain and becoming a popular and expensive NFT. I went on to file my taxes, write a 1,000-page long book, download and read every single page of Wikipedia, because this is 5 times speed and it still took this long. Seriously, Yes Man, how long does a presentation actually have to be? I get it. They have better weapons, can I please leave now? Then powered the substation, aka the most boring thing that every Fallout YouTuber puts in their video anyway. I then sent the Hoover Dam's power to all of my electric lawnmowers down at Kaiser's shed. I managed to get this cool kill while at the Legate's camp. I'm not gonna lie, I tried to fight the Legate quite a few times, and honestly, it was actually quite hard. Except for this attempt, where everything just fell into place, so I'm gonna show it in its entirety. I then went and hid from General Oliver, because I tried this already and I literally couldn't win, so I just sat there while the Securitrons finished it off for me. I then stole the clothes off a dead man and put them on for myself, because who said the courier was actually the good guy in this story? Yes Man then approaches me and tells me that we won, proving that yes, you can beat Fallout New Vegas as a Sunset Sarsaparilla enjoyer, despite some of the problems we had along the way, like the waiting issue, and between getting to Red Rock and everything else, I went from being crippled to not. I don't know if I accidentally used the stim pack or not, but regardless, it was unintentional, so I don't count it. Would I recommend anyone else do this challenge? Well, in all honesty, not really, because it took me like 10 hours in total, if anyone's interested, and like the majority of that was just going around the map looking for the star bottle caps. Maybe if you changed it around where like you could heal still or something like that, it'd be like more fun, but it's pretty brutal, and I was on easy mode the whole time, so if you tried it even harder, it'd be like pretty difficult. I recommend just getting the bottle caps as like a side thing in your playthroughs and just testing out the pew pew later. With that said, I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. I would also appreciate if you commented what you liked or didn't like, constructive criticism, as this is my first Fallout New Vegas challenge video, and I'd also really love some suggestions for what other challenges I should do.